guess, the Disney song with the turkey and Cinna, so we're gonna get started. We'll see how it goes.
You wish upon a star, make no difference who you are, and within your heart is yours will come to.
That's a good move. I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug.
That's Jeannie.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
That's Jeannie!
She's here. What's your wishes?
Here we go.
We can't find our buzzer.
That's a good move.
Jeannie.
I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Let's work with me here.
Ooh.
All right, I'm going inside. You can just stay here and watch for sharks. Not that one.
Ariel.
One playing the snorkel. It looks just like him.
Voiced
And
by
he even has
Jodie
his
Benson.
eyes.
Yeah. See, the Disney expert here.
Ariel!
I smashed my finger!
I did not.
My finger was under if you smashed my finger. Ariel.
One playing
One
the
to one.
snorkel. This is all so sudden.
Oh, of course. What could be more important?
Voiced by Paul Winchell.
Now you're just showing off. Stop it.
Winnie the Pooh.
Of course. What could be more important? Sink, sink. I know.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?
Baymax.
Scan complete.
3-1.
I love Baymax.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Betamax.
how would you rate your pain? Scan complete.
10. Now I have a boo-boo.
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion.
Enchanté, chérie. Of course.
Lumiere. My favorite Disney movie.
Enchanté, chérie.
Lumiere.
Of course.
Oh.
I could be wrong, but that may not be the best way to win the girl's affections.
I want to see it! It's my turn! And he smells like strawberries! Play! Real play! I can't wait! My tail! Where's my tail? I knew it!
No,
I
the
just knew it!
Rex the dinosaur. From Toy Story.
I want to see it! It's my turn!
Rex.
He smells like strawberries!
Someone's giving me a heart attack every time.
Oh no! 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 Look at my little arms! I can't press the fire button and jump!
Are you kidding me? I am wonderful! I've always wanted a nose.
It's Olaf.
Oh, I love it!
I was like Josh Gad, but it's Olaf.
Are you kidding me? I am wonderful!
Olaf!
I've wanted a nose.
He's talking about me.
I knew it. I couldn't think, but I knew it. I knew it. You're making me feel like, hey.
And sun, and all things hot. Hi, everyone. I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs.
I'm here. What, ocean big enough for you or something? Problem, buddy? Huh? Do you?
Dory.
I'm here. What, ocean big enough for you or something? Problem, buddy?
Dory.
Do you? Want a piece of me? Just keep swimming.
Hey, marshmallow ball. Scary feet, scary feet, scary feet. Oh, the kids away. Okay, scary feet, scary feet, scary feet, scary feet, scary feet. Kids asleep. Ooh, I thought I had you. I'm in the front. My baby, look.
Michael Dasky.
First five. Billy Crystal. Yeah. I need that.
Hey, marshmallow ball. Scary feet, scary feet, scary feet.
Mike Wazowski.
Spoons. We dig a tunnel under the city and release it into the wild.
Bowling for buzzards. Look at him. He's so cute and all alone.
Can we keep him?
I'd say brownish.
No, we can't.
Bowling for buzzards. Look at him. He's so
Pumbaa. I got that.
We tie. Hakuna Matata.
blue enchilada lambada. Hakuna Matata.
Travel size for your convenience. If I was my real size, your cow here would die.
From Mulan.
Travel size for your convenience.
Mushu.
If I was my real size, your cow here would die of fright.
He's not competitive at all.
The pleasurable, the indestructible moose.
I've got a person in my closet. Too weak to handle
Favorite
myself
princess?
out there, huh?
Rapunzel.
Voiced by
Tangled. Some singers. What's her name?
Mandy Moore.
There we go.
I've got a person in my closet.
Rapunzel.
Too weak to handle myself out there. Oh my gosh. This would kill her. This is so
Oh, well done. That was the last one. We ended the tie.
We tied. Fireworks.
Oh.
Well, that was fun, guys.
Miss you. Talk to you later. Love you.
See you real soon.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hope everybody's doing okay at home. Everybody's still quarantined. We are now, let's see, 1 month and a half in, 6 weeks into this. So,
We miss you.
yeah, we still miss you guys. We have fun being silly, but we definitely miss you guys. So, you're going to be watching a video on Joseph. Does everybody know who Joseph is? Well, there's a bunch of different Josephs in the Bible, right? So this Joseph has a coat of many colors. Does everybody know that story? Okay, so watch the video, and we'll talk to you all in a second, okay?
This is Jacob and his son Joseph, and these are Joseph's 11 brothers. Let's see how God is at work in the story of Joseph and his brothers.
Okay. Mika-hi! Monkey-ka-bay!
Because Joseph was his favorite son, Jacob gave him a fancy robe. Joseph had a dream that the sun, moon, and 11 stars all bowed to him.
Quacky? Quacky was that?
The brothers thought it meant Joseph would be their ruler someday. That made them very angry.
Quacky was that?
Quaba? Some of the brothers wanted to kill Joseph, but Reuben, the oldest brother, had a different plan. Quaba? Quaba? Quaba!
Quaba, quaba, quaba! Huevo! 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 Huevo!
Quabo? Quabo?
Quabo! Good, kiss, give me a hat. Crabby good. Gaga. Quick, Quibby. Quick.
Joseph was sold to a merchant who took him to Egypt as a slave.
All
right. So, guys, enjoy that video. Yeah, pretty interesting, wasn't it? So, just imagine we're all cooped up, right? Could you imagine Joseph? He was kind of cooped up with 11 brothers. Yeah, so he had 11 brothers, no Netflix, no PlayStation, not a lot of restaurants, not a mall, no baseball yet. Pretty scary, okay? Pretty scary stuff. So, I bet he understood. All he had was 11 brothers and a bunch of sheep. So that's not exciting. There's nothing exciting about 11 brothers and a bunch of sheep. So, what did you guys think as far as his reactions, or the brothers' reactions? So, we're going to talk about a few different things here. Galatians 5:25 and 26. Since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking, and envying each other. So you heard in the video, right, that his brothers were green with envy. So envy means that they were jealous of him, that they wanted what he had. that his father showed him maybe more love than what he cared for. He was the favorite son. So they were jealous of him, right?
I'm sure it wasn't always bad all the time. I mean, to start off, they didn't seem like there was a lot of strife or anger. I'm sure, like now, you all are home. You're with your family. You're together all the time. And I'm sure there are wonderful times of playing with toys or playing outside, riding your bike, swinging on the swing set, watching movies and TV, doing puzzles. I love to do puzzles. But then sometimes there are things that happen that make it not so good. You're not sharing. You're not getting to play the way you want to play. Somebody puts in the last piece of the puzzle without you when you've been working on it so hard. So, sometimes things happen and it just makes it not so great. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Right? What's that about? What are you going to say, huh? I wanted Batman more.
So, when things happen to you guys, everybody know what this is? Whipped cream? So, once I get this out, can I get this back in?
So if I took his toy and he's saying things to me or thinking anger, frustration.
So these are all my bad thoughts. Everything that I've got building up and that's, oh, I'm so mad she took my toy. Why isn't she playing like I want to play? Why did he do that? Why did she do that? And, yeah, see? So that's something to think about, guys. So, as those are building up, my reaction probably should be, looking for, towards God and saying, Lord, help me. But it's not always what we do. Not always what we do.
And if that is words coming out of your mouth, words of anger and frustration, it's out of the can, though. But that's the thing, it's out of the can. I can't put those words back in. If I say those things to my brother or my sister, it's said. I can't erase it. It's already been done. But there are things I can do to make it better. But I can't put it back in. So we're going to watch another portion of the video. And I want to read one more verse for you, a Bible verse that talks about the root of all problems with brothers and sisters. There are some things that we all struggle with, but let's see what the word says. In Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 and 4, it says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit." So don't be selfish. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself, not looking to your own interests, but to each of you the interest of others. So I'm supposed to value him more than I value myself. And if he's my brother who takes my toys or puts in that puzzle piece, I still have to value him more than I value me or my feelings or my wishes to play a certain way. I gotta think about his needs or his wants more than my own. So let's see what happened to Joseph after his 11 brothers are horrible. Thankfully they didn't kill him, but they did do some horrible things to him. And we'll see how he reacts and what choices he makes to end the story in a nice way. So tune in for some more.
This is Joseph and Pharaoh. Joseph helps Pharaoh rule Egypt. And these are Joseph's 11 brothers and their father Jacob, who all still live in Canaan. Let's see how God is at work in the story of Joseph Forgives. There was a terrible famine in Canaan, so Jacob sent his sons to buy food in Egypt. When the brothers came to ask Joseph for food, they did not recognize him. But Joseph remembered how they had treated him. Joseph was happy to see his brothers. After years apart, Jacob and his son Joseph were reunited. Pharaoh gave all of Joseph's family a place to live in Egypt. The brothers worried that Joseph would want to punish them for what they had done. But Joseph had forgiven them.
Wow. I could not imagine having 11 brothers that don't like me at all. They are mean enough to throw me into a pit. Most of them want to kill me, but thank goodness my oldest brother stops them. But then I'm sold and sent to Egypt, thrown into jail. I couldn't imagine anything more horrible.
I could think of something. What if somebody were to take your Batman figure while you're playing? Not cool. I mean, all you want to do is react. And it just keeps building. And building. And building. Everything that I want to do. Everything that I want to do. But do I react? Well, I don't know. Probably. So did I make the right decision? Probably not, guys. Probably not. And most of the time when we react, we don't make the right decision. So a lot of times we make bad decisions, guys, by reacting. And sometimes by opening our mouth and saying what we shouldn't, or by throwing the toy, or storming off, or throwing a fit, or punching, which is never good. So that reaction is never a good thing.
Oh, but I did start it, right?
Right. She took my Batman figure.
Toy.
And then I reacted.
And then I react. Because we keep reacting back and forth. And back and forth and back and forth.
So, it's an ongoing thing. So, you might think, I just reacted to what they did to me. Well, then that reaction turns into something else. And reacting again. And then one reaction becomes another one. And then that quarantined house is just a madhouse. Okay? Then everybody is mad at everybody. And that's no fun. So what we really need to think about, guys, is what Joseph did. So, as bad as it might be to lose your Batman figure, as bad as it might be to have a pie shoved in your face, it's not as bad as getting thrown in a pit. It's not as bad as being sold and into slavery. It's nowhere close to that, guys. And he was able to forgive his brothers. I mean, could you imagine forgiving your brothers after all that? I mean, that would be hard. I was mad enough because she took my Batman figure. But that is much, much worse. And we saw how Joseph reacted. And God teaches us forgiveness. All the things that we do, he forgives us. And we talked about that, why he died on the cross for us. And that's for our sins. And so he is always and constantly forgiving us for our actions and choices that we make.
So, the Bible tells us of a story in Matthew, chapter 5, verse 23, if I can see without my glasses. It says, therefore, if you're offering your gift at the altar, so let's say you're coming to God, you're at church, you're at home, you're wherever, but you're in God's presence, you're offering him your gifts, yourself, your praise. And it says, while you're there and you remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there at the altar and go and reconcile with them. Then come and give your gift. So God pretty much says, you can't even come to me until you take care of what's going on with your brother and sister. We have to forgive. You can't even come into God's presence until you have forgiven. That is so crucial. So, don't react. Stop. Pray. Ask for help because it's hard. But God can help you through it. He can help you forgive. He can help you move on.
That way everybody doesn't end up with pie in their face.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed the lesson. I don't know if we did. So, I love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.